Don't buy Black Ops 6. It's a total waste of money. They haven't done shit. They took 4 years to develop this thing, and it's a piece of crap. It's the same old shit. The color palettes are bad. Blah 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 blah. This is all you hear. Just Google Black Ops 6, or not Google it. Do a YouTube search and just look at how many people have nothing but shit to say about how fucked up Black Ops 6 is. Now, for those that don't know who I am, here's just a little background. I'm a 62-year-old guy, and my video game experience for most of my life was Pong. When you'd bounce a little light ball back and forth like a little tennis racket, and then it got really technically advanced, and there was Frogger and all this other shit. And then I went on to raise 7 kids, and I'm a retired LAPD officer, and I did 12 years as a federal agent in an agency in DC, and I did all this shit, and now I'm retired. But about 2 years ago, my kids were telling me, Dad, you would love to play Call of Duty, blah, 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 and I started off with Call of Duty Mobile, and when they got me into Call of Duty with a PS4, it took me 6 months to not run into walls, because old people like me, we're not like you young people that were raised with the dexterity to press buttons, and it just comes natural for you. So for me, it took literally months, almost a year, to learn how to throw a hand grenade, and to, I wish I would have recorded some of that shit, man, where I'm running into walls. I didn't even know how to record that stuff. So it's not as unusual as you might think, though, to have a bunch of old baby boomers like me playing Call of Duty, because I talk to them all the time. I play every night. I'm going to play as soon as I'm done with this video. And if you're on TikTok, you can go check out some of my clips. It's GraybeardGamer 1. There's a 1 after it. It's all connected. GraybeardGamer 1 on TikTok. And I don't know, I think there's like 11, 12 or something thousand subscribers or followers. And look, if you read the tagline, I am the self-proclaimed last place record holder in Call of Duty. But I've been playing for a long time, by my standards. I've been playing for a couple of years. And so this is like my third generation of Call of Duty and Black Ops, I think. It's got to be the third. And I just bought it, and I've been playing the beta for 2 days. I love it. Well, yeah, that's because you're an old dude. You don't have anything to compare it to. Look, man, I honestly watch the videos where they talk shit about it, and I do it with an open mind. And it's just, after watching enough of them and paying attention, it caused me to say, you know what, man, tomorrow morning I'm going to make a video about this. I think people's expectations are insane. Unless you're a professional gamer and you're making money at it, the whole Call of Duty gameplay and the whole lobby activity is disgusting, in my opinion. Not the gameplay, but the players that play the game. I mean, I hate to use the word toxic because it's so overly used, but you want toxicity, man, go to any Call of Duty lobby. It's just a bunch of people that are either there to talk shit, and I've played with some of these guys, that people that take the game so serious, you would think that their life depends on it, man. If you team kill in hardcore, which is my favorite setting to play in Call of Duty, there people will lose their fucking minds, because you accidentally killed them, or you threw a hand grenade, it blew up and fucking killed one of your own team. On a side note from this whole video about Black Ops 6, my opinion on games in general, but Call of Duty in particular, if you're not having fun, actual fun, do people remember how to have fun anymore? Do young people know what fun is? If you're not having fun, what in the hell would you spend money on and then waste your time playing a game? I don't get it. I don't expect everybody to be at my end of the spectrum, but the way I look at it is, every now and again, I'll actually hit first place or second place, but for the most part, I'm last place. And I could not have more fun. I appreciate the technology because I have something to compare it to. I remember how, the video games began. I was alive and participating on the very first video games. And I'll play a game, and if I get one awesome kill, man, that game was worth it. If I can laugh with the people I'm playing with, and I have a good crew that I play with every night. and we have a lot of fun, and we talk and we laugh, and we're friends. We've known each other for well over a year now. This group that I'm in, and we share each other's personal problems in as much as we're willing to, and give each other advice. And it's a good experience, and it's a fun experience. Some of my recent clips are a guy calling in a fucking one of my friends calls in a care package, and the other dude lays down to cover him so that nobody steals his care package, and the thing lands right on him and squishes him. That shit is gold. That's fun. That's a giggle. That's what the essence of life is, to have fun whenever and wherever you can. But back to Black Ops 6. Look, my experience with it in the last couple days, the movements are different. I would recommend, first of all, I recommend that you buy the game. It is well worth it. Now, we're only able to play, I think, on 3 maps right now, and it's Team Deathmatch and Hardpoint, I think, are the only, it just kind of cycles through that. But you get a chance to build up your weapons and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if we can keep that at the end of this, but it doesn't really matter because you're learning and the movements are different. And a lot of people are like, oh my God, it's totally clunky. And because it's something new. I mean, I don't know if you can see this, but I have a freaking callus on my thumb. I don't know if you can see it. Wait, it's pretty big, but that's from me pressing. And so I advise you, if you are going to buy this and play the game, take the short little training thing. Nobody likes to do it. I didn't do it on the first day. And on the second day, I thought, you know what, let me go through a little course. Welcome to combat, maggot, run to station 1. Now you're going to learn to jump left and shoot while you're in midair. It's a very quick tutorial, like a little training course, but it will teach you everything you need to know. When you're done with it, you're going to be like, oh shit, especially if you're a guy like me that I'm still trying to figure out how to slide and shoot at the same time, or how to drop and shoot up like everybody kills me. So it's amazing, man. I mean, you could, I have a tendency when a guy comes around the corner, he's shooting at me, I always immediately back up as I'm shooting. Well, now I can, press, I think it's the circle button because I'm on a PS5 now. As I'm backing up, I'll press, and that pushes me up in the air, and I land on my ass while I'm shooting. And you can kill people while you're in the air. You can do the same thing. You can peek around corners tactically instead of exposing your body. You can hang on different objects, sit down. The movements are glorious, man. And I just don't want, I look at some of the views on these videos, man, and there's like 13, 14,000 views. And these people are just rat fucking the different companies that are involved in making this. These guys are fucked up, and they're just producing the same shit. This could have been produced 10 years ago, and it's no different. Well, then go make your own game. Go produce your own game, genius. This is what we have available, and you're telling people don't buy it, don't play it? For what? What is that going to do? Well, that's going to force them to put more time and energy into... Hey man, these games are awesome. The population of a large amount of the population in this country and probably the whole world is so used to instant gratification that when they get something really cool, oh my God, man, this is the best smartphone ever, Samsung. Within a year, they're tired of it and they want the next best thing. Sometimes the next best thing is the last best thing. And sometimes you don't have to, it reminds me of when I was in the Army, man. Soldiers are, I was a cop. I was in the Army too. I was a paratrooper. And I love the military. I love law enforcement. But soldiers have a habit of, no matter what you give them, no matter what new piece of equipment you give them, it's a piece of shit because it's not the old one. And it's something new. They got to learn it. This is fucked up, man. The slide release should be on the other side, or slide lock, depending on who you're talking to. This night vision goggle sucks. This helmet sucks. Why are we going to this camouflage pattern? You can't make them fucking happy. When I was at LAPD, man, our cars suck, man. These are old, fucked up cars. We have the worst cars in law enforcement. So the department goes out, and of course they're trying to save money. And so it's, like the military said, your weapon was made by the lowest bidder. Probably true. But here's the deal. It's not the weapon or the piece of equipment. It's who's handling it. That's what makes it bad or good in 99% of the cases. But yeah, cops would be like, oh my God, our cars suck. We need new cars. The city went out and spent $5 gazillion and got new cars. They weren't happy with they got Chevys here, the Chevy Caprice and the fucking Ford. And, shut up and appreciate what you have. Why do people make a living at tearing down other people's shit, yet they don't do anything to fucking improve it? Well, that's how we're improving it. We're exposing the truth. No, that's your truth. Because everything that you guys talk about, you negative Nancy's about Black Ops 6, I'm just sitting here thinking, the fuck are they talking about, man? The movement's good. The weapons are badass. They feel totally different. They don't feel like the last version. What is it, Call of Duty 3? But Black Ops 6, man, the weapons they're nice. They shoot better. The handguns shoot better. I suck with shotguns. Go look at a video I posted yesterday. I think I got 5 kills. Man, I haven't gotten 5 shotgun kills in 5 months. Yeah, I got 5 consecutive. I was running around, and they had to be hip fires, too, for me to do the daily challenge. And I was blasting dudes, man. I'm loving it. The sniper, I ain't doing too good with it, and I think it's because the maps are very small. And I'm not one of these, boom, boom. I got to fucking look for a place to protect myself, come up. An old guy. And, by the time I try to get a shot off, somebody's coming up behind me because the maps are small and they're active. Things I love about Black Ops 6 that I've seen so far, I'm a camper. You look at one of my hashtags, Camper Die Inc. These are the things you'll see on my TikTok channel. I camp, man. I love it. Because, why do you camp so much? It's the way our brains think. I remember I used to watch my kids playing Call of Duty, and they're running around killing it. And I used to have such a hard time. That's why I wasn't interested in the game. I would think, that's not realistic. Who the fuck runs around in the open to get as many kills? You ain't gonna last long. Because remember, I was in the military. In the military, our goal is to put a hurting on the enemy, but to survive. So what we do is we sneak around, we get cover and concealment, and we take a shot, and then we relocate. Well, it took me a long time to understand that this ain't reality. It's a game. So I got to move and shoot and do all this other shit. And if I die, I'm a new guy and all this other stuff. But it's very hard to break those habits. And one of the things that I think a lot of people, because most people hate campers, will like about Call of Duty or Black Ops 6 is, man, if you're a camper, you're not going to survive here. There's just there's no way you can camp that I've seen, because people are spawning and coming and moving from all directions. And if you think you can just sit down and freaking light a cigarette and start looking for targets, you're dead before you get the first half of that thought out. So I like that because it's going to make me a better player. It's making me learn to not camp and to move around. In the real world, I'm camping like a motherfucker because I want to live so I can kill the next guy and the next guy and the next guy. But holy shit, man. I would very strongly encourage anyone who's considering it or has written it off, play the beta and fucking see what you think. Make your own decision. Don't take my word for it. Don't take their word for it. Just try to open your mind a little bit and say, hey, man, this is a fun game. How many ways can you improve? The concept of the game is to move around and get a higher score and eliminate the enemy. How many ways can you change that, the mechanics of that? Because that's kind of what it is. So what could you really change? Well, you could change the scenery. You could put new paint. You could make better uniforms. Look, one of the things, when I was playing Call of Duty mobile, I loved how they would show like the, what was it? It was like a little scene clip at the end where it'd be like the best play. They do that on Black Ops 6. And they also have the first, second, and third player stand there and, take their credit, for the winning team. That's fucking cool. I love that. Someday we'll have a thing. I would love to see this. Someday it would be cool if we could like change our uniform, or like our skins, you guys call them. But it'd be nice to be able to put like GraybeardGamer, type it, have it show up on your name tag or something. But then people are going to be like, oh no, they'll use the wrong words. It'll offend somebody. Welcome to the fucking new world of the woke fucking nightmare. But that's my political channel, not this one. So, yeah, guys, check it out. Have fun with it. And remember, ask yourself, what do I expect out of a game that is a military-based game where we are to get higher scores and kill as many people or hold positions or collect the loot? How many ways can I reconfigure this coffee cup to make it not seem like that's still a coffee cup? Well, this is still a freaking a first-person shooter game. That's what it is. Did you get something out of this video? If so, give me a like, a thumbs up. I don't make money off of any of these videos. None of them. I don't monetize anything. But I like to have a bigger audience, because who the fuck doesn't want to talk to more people when they're talking to 2 people? It's better to talk to 2,000 people, or why waste the time? But if you like what you hear, let me know. If you're not following me on TikTok, do it. GraybeardGamer1. You can follow me on YouTube. This is probably going to be on the YouTube channel. My username in the game is Airborne80, because I went to jump school to be a paratrooper in 1980. I was 18 years old. So yeah, Graybeard Gamer, Graybeard Gamer 1. I'm on Instagram. I'm not as active. I'm trying to, I forget all the different social medias that I need to update. But I think on Instagram, I think it's Graybeard Gamer 1 too, or Graybeard Gamer. Who knows? Just find me. And if not, have a great day. Play the game, man. And I'll see you on the battlefield. Stay safe.